Hi, my name is Bill. Over the years, I developed a lot of material that I use when I teach and tutor math, and I still use them today. This is an example of multiplying fractions, and then from that, find the decimal equivalent and then the percent. So let's begin. This is for the 5th and 6th grade level. Matter of fact, if you notice at the bottom of the page, right here, I referenced the Common Core. And you notice that this Common Core is for the 4th grader and the 5th grader and the 6th grader. So let's move on. So it gives the direction. It says slide the answers to match the percent, decimal, and fraction product for each item in the following tables. Round to the thousands. If the student doesn't know what a thousandths is, that's when I bring them up to that level. We talk about it, we figure out how to do it so that they could continue with the activity. So these activities also help us define the weak areas. Now, multiplying fractions. When you multiply fractions, you just have to multiply straight across. These are simple fractions. First one, we have 1/2 times 3 over 4. Now, just so we know for the whole activity, there's actually 2 pages. I'm just going to do the first page. So, we want to multiply the fractions first. When I multiply the fractions, I just multiply straight across. Let's go 1 times 3 and 2 times 4. You take the numerator times the numerator and the denominator times the denominator. So 1 times 3 is 3 and 2 times 4 is 8. In this case, we don't have to simplify. There are fractions here that we do have to simplify to find the answer. And I actually made the product that way, incorporate that into the product. So we have 3 over 8, we'll put that there. Now, to change a fraction to a decimal, I just have to take the top number divided by the bottom number. We take the numerator and divide by the denominator. So for this one, I just take 3 and divide by 8. And when I do that, it gives me my decimal. And I've done this problem already. It should be, it is 0.375. So I put that there. Now, when we have a decimal, if we want to change it to percent, we just have to multiply it by 100 or just move the decimal 2 times to the right. And that's what we do here. We move the decimal 2 times to the right. And I know that it's 37.5%. So I've done the top row. So let me clean up what I have here. And we'll do the rest of them. So it's fairly easy to do. And we do the next one. We have 5 times 1. 5 times 1, the top number times the top number. And we have 6 times 5, the bottom number times the bottom number. That gives me 5 over 30. Now, the student will need to know how to simplify. If they don't know how to simplify, then we pause and we work on that area. And once we work on the area so they know how to simplify, then we can continue with this activity. So the activity helps us define the weak areas. So I know this is 1 over 6. And if I take 1 divided by 6, that's 0.167 right there. So I should have left that there. And then multiply by 100, that's 16.7%. Then the next one, 7 times 2 is 14, 8 times 5 is 40. Once we simplify, that gives me 7 over 20. I take the 7, I divide by the 20, that gives me 0.35, and then I multiply that by 100, and that gives me 35%. Now, let's say the student has a problem wrong. Well, they could check their answer, and it shows them which one is wrong. So we're going to go ahead and see where we're at. This one right here, we need 3 over 52 right here. If I take 3 divided by 52, that does give me that 0.058. And if I multiply that by 100, that gives me 5.8. So there we go. We got that. And I know that this needs to be the decimal, and that needs to be the percent. And I check it again, and I'm done. So this is a nice way to walk a student through an activity, and nice way for the student to check themselves to see if they know how to do a problem or not.